Coming up on Mountain News this morning, some major updates in the Black Jewel bankruptcy case will be announced as protests enter week 2. And we are learning more information this morning on that mass shooting in Dayton, Ohio that killed 9 people in less than 1 minute. Plus, the investigation continues into why a gunman opened fire at a Walmart in El Paso, Texas.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
And good morning, I'm Neil Middleton. Today is Monday, August the 5th. Hard to believe that it is already this far into August. Let's check in now with Brandon Robinson for a first look at your forecast. Brandon, a little foggy as I drove over this morning.
Yes, sir, Neil. Welcome back to the morning show. It's been a long time. That's right. Today should be a fairly calm day, but as he mentioned, the fog is out there this morning. Let's take a look at the visibility numbers, and you can see most of it clustered down along I-75 and down toward Lake Cumberland, southeast Kentucky. So be careful if you're traveling that way. Satellite radar, not a whole lot in the way of cloud cover. A couple of showers down into parts of East Tennessee overnight, but not too much going on here at home. Mid to upper 60s, 70 right there, Monticello. That's kind of a range. Look at 59 there at Danville, kind of sneaking in there on us. Out the door forecast this morning, you are going to see temperatures climb steadily throughout the day, up to about 85. Fog gives way to sunny skies. A beautiful day. Enjoy it as high pressure continues. We'll talk more about the forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Neil?
All right, Brandon, thank you. Well, the results of the Black Jewel auction were released after a judge ordered those be made public yesterday morning. Through court documents, we learned that bidding lasted 3 days. The first lot at the auction will likely be purchased by Copper Glow Mining, LLC, that encompasses the Lone Mountain and Black Mountain mines and their assets located in Harlan County and Wise County, Virginia. The purchase is not yet approved. A hearing to approve that sale of the mines and their assets will take place at 10 o'clock this morning in federal court in Charleston, West Virginia. Now, we have a reporter there. We will also have more about this on WYMT.com along with the entire court document. We have also learned that this morning there will be a big announcement at the courthouse in Harlan and later also in Whitesburg involving some relief for those miners. The Harlan announcement begins at 9 o'clock and we will stream that announcement on WYMT.com. Police are on the scene of a fatal crash on Interstate 75 in Rockcastle County. Rockcastle County Coroner Marvin Owens said he was called to the scene. Officials say it happened Sunday night at the 68-mile marker on I-75, and the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says 3 vehicles were involved. All northbound lanes were blocked for a time, but those are now back open. 2 people are dead and 1 injured after a crash in Powell County. On Saturday, Kentucky State Police responded to a 2-vehicle crash on Kentucky Highway 77. This is video from the scene. Police say Gary Evans was driving a motorcycle when he tried to turn onto Kentucky Highway 15 south near Slade. That is when he hit a pickup truck driven by Jared Reed. Evans and another passenger, Bonnie Kaler, were pronounced dead at the scene. Reed was transported to Clark Regional Medical Center for treatment. We are learning more information this morning on that mass shooting in Dayton, Ohio yesterday. Police say 24-year-old gunman Connor Betts opened fire in downtown Dayton early Sunday morning. He was armed with an assault rifle. The shooting happened in a popular nightlife district around 1 a.m. Betts killed 9 people and injured more than 20 in less than 1 minute. Surveillance video captured the chaos as Betts began shooting on his way to a bar called Ned Pepper's. Ryan Young reports.
Late Saturday night in Dayton, Ohio, a night out turned into a night of terror.
Shots fired downtown, multiple shots fired. 83, where you at?
Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley says suspected shooter, 24-year-old Connor Betts, began shooting around 1:07 a.m.
A suspect opened fire along the Oregon District who was wearing body armor and used a .223 caliber high-capacity magazine. He had additional magazines.
Dispatch, we got shots fired. We got multiple people down. We're going to need multiple medics.
2 women say they were out with girlfriends.
People just started running. They started pushing us out the back door.
Her friend says she remembers chatting with a woman about their outfits, but the next time she saw her,
she was laying on the concrete dead outside of the club that we was at.
Whaley says the gunman was quickly shot and killed by police who were routinely patrolling the area.
In less than 1 minute, Dayton first responders neutralized the shooter.
Despite the quick response, at least 9 people were killed and more than a dozen injured. One of those killed was Betts' own 22-year-old sister.
The officers who were involved in ending this tragedy, their professionalism, their quickness, their amazing courage, and their response undoubtedly saved many, many, many lives. We will never know how many lives were saved. The assailant was obviously very, very close to being able to kill dozens and dozens more people.
Now, authorities issued a search warrant on Betts' family home in Bellbrook, Ohio. The motive still remains unclear. All of the bodies are now removed from the Walmart in El Paso, Texas, as the investigation continues into why a gunman opened fire there on Saturday. 20 people died, 26 more were injured. Police say the suspect, 21-year-old Patrick Cruces, allegedly uploaded an anti-immigrant manifesto online minutes before the shooting. Glendon Oakley is a U.S. soldier who was nearby when the shooting unfolded. He ran toward the gunfire and started scooping up children running in the parking lot.
I'm more focused on the families that were lost and the kids that died and the people that died.
Police say the Walmart was at capacity on Saturday, full of back-to-school shoppers. The attack is being investigated as a hate crime and domestic terrorism. Well, thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. And later, a team of doctors at Children's Hospital in Memphis has successfully performed a new surgery and changed a little boy's life.
Outside of some patchy fog this morning, the forecast for today looks fairly nice. I'll have those full details coming up in about 3 minutes.